from the historic Ham Building in St. Paul, it's the Haberdasher's Couch. I'm Kendrick, inviting you to the show, starring Heimie and Dorsett, featuring Todd Walker, also featuring Amye Scharlau. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Heimie.
Happy Fashion Friday, and welcome to another show on the Haberdasher's Couch. I'm here again with the fashionista?
I'll take it.
Keith, Mr. Dorsett. He's got things coming in the back door, front door, side door, any door. I tell you what, this guy is all about fashion. And I had to go to the authority of fashion to ask him about turnips. He said turnips is something you find in the garden. I said, no, turnips are cuffs, Keith. Huh? Keith, cuffs. Tell me, the origination of cuffs, and we see it in jean culture, right? So we roll up our cuffs on jeans.
Yep.
Right? What do you think about cuffs as a tailor's application, something that is visually appealing, something that helps the silhouette? Give me your lowdown on cuffs.
Well, as a guy that doesn't even have on socks on no cuffs.
But you roll your jeans up.
I do.
Okay.
I
do. Let's call it turn up.
And you know, the original piece of where cuffs came from. Mm-hmm. But I use my loafers for how people use their cuffs back in the day.
Oh, so
I put the penny in the loafer.
So I got one for you.
Go for it.
The streetcar conductors used to turn their pant legs up, not only because the cobblestone was muddy and the gutters were running with water, but every once in a while they'd drop a token. The token would roll down the leg into the cuff, and at the end of the day, that was their tip money. They would empty their cuffs, and lo and behold, there'd be money in it, folks. That's right. Just like that.
Sounds like magic to me.
Really, King Edward in the 1890s had asked, hey, chaps, how can I keep my cuffs from getting wet in the mud?
How does that go again?
I'm hunting. I don't know. I thought that was pretty good English accent. And he actually asked his tailors to pre-sew a cuff into his pants to keep them up out of the water.
That's awesome.
That sounds like an English thing.
Yeah.
But you're saying that they're not passé.
Well, for some people, because I think some people, in terms of their stature, their actual physical stature, find it's very appealing for them, right? And so it's less functional and more aesthetic, and also for some folks, the drape of the fabric.
That's a good point.
It gives a little weight, so a little heavier fabric, and the width of the cuff, the hem.
Well, you always talk detail.
You're the detail guy.
Well, but I mean, that's just a nice little touch.
I learned so much from you, or I am revisited by so much. But it's very interesting, even as we're operating with folks here, you kind of get an idea as to why. And you understand lighter fabrics, the cuff is a lot of it more is aesthetic. A little heavier fabric, it helps. The cuff puts a little weight on it and gets a little drape.
So that's the lowdown on cuffs. And then next week, I actually asked Keith to prepare a little bit on cigars, the origin of cigars, the Cuban seed cigars, Cohiba, Red Dot.
That's a lot of stuff.
It's pretty heavy, but we'll smoke it next weekend, folks, and we'll see you then. Thanks for joining us.
It's Todd About Town, Todd Walker, entertainment, travel, and more. Hey Todd, what's new?
Welcome to another show, the Haberdasher's Couch. You're going to have to pay somebody to listen to you. I'm here again with Todd About Town, Todd Walker, who's doing all things fall. And I actually went to the Renaissance Festival.
You did?
The second to the last day, you would have been proud of me.
I'm very proud of you.
Because October 1st, that's it.
Well, what did you think?
Awesome. 98 degrees of awesomeness.
That was the day I had a friend that went. I've been to the Renaissance so many times for work. And oh my gosh, with those hot days and that dust bowl of the parking lot. Oh my gosh. And those people running around chewing on turkey legs, yelling huzzah or whatever they do. You brought your daughter?
I did, and it rained out considerably the couple days before that. And there was just mud puddles everywhere, so it was hot.
Dirty.
I've
been out there when it's been like that.
Go and see it next year. It's a hoot. And I tell you what's a hoot is Travis Kelce is coming with the Kansas City Chiefs. And there's some rumors.
Well, he's coming to the U.S. Bank Stadium.
Yeah.
And the whole deal is everybody's wondering, will girlfriend Taylor Swift show up like she did show up at one of his previous games? And, you know, he's the best tight end in the league, and the NFL has basically turned over to Taylor Swift's NFL. And it's just unbelievable, the fanfare that's going on, and everybody anticipating, will she be in the stands?
Right.
Will she be watching the game?
Is that why ticket prices are $182 for section 347?
Well, ticket prices are pretty expensive, but yeah, I tried to find the cheapest tickets
Right.
I could find, and yeah, that would be it.
Right.
Can you believe that?
I would have to go directly to the Bloody Mary Festival after that at the Union Depot.
Yeah, okay, this is fun. I've done this before, and it is a Bloody Mary Festival that travels around the country. They pick different markets, and they've been coming to the Union Depot for, I think, like the last 3 to 5 years. Of course, took a pause a little bit during the pandemic, but it's happening on Saturday, starts at 10:30, goes till 6 o'clock. Yeah, it's the 5th annual. I was right on target there.
Yeah.
And it's $52.50 to get in.
Right.
And they have just really creative, bizarre, everything you can imagine, from a burger inside on top of your Bloody Mary to all these opulent ingredients. And it's... Personally, I can probably only drink one Bloody Mary with all that tomato juice, but people seem to line up and go to this. So if you're a Bloody Mary fan, this is where you need to be, and it's a lot of fun.
I get a temporary tattoo there, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, they have other things that
Yeah.
go on too.
Cool.
They have
Yeah.
activities for people.
And then Oktoberfest, there's Oktoberfest going on throughout probably the state of Minnesota.
Yeah, there's different
Yep,
Oktoberfest,
yep.
but this is the Twin Cities Oktoberfest that is at the Minnesota State Fairgrounds. It runs 2 days, Fridays and Saturdays. I've been in the past. It's really well done. You go inside one of the larger buildings up kind of towards the north end, and it's set up really well. They have dancing. They have the big beer stein contest, who can hold it the longest.
So this is in relationship to what's happening in Germany.
Yeah.
Their event.
Yeah.
Annual event.
So this is fun. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're looking for a great time,
So
gotta go
the
this.
music is probably
Yeah, polka music
stuff
and
like that.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's
And then-
fun.
And then Fashionopolis.
Fashionopolis, put on by Minneapolis St. Paul Magazine,
Yeah.
is happening on Friday night, and this is one of those places where I will be there. Actually, I'll be wearing a finely curated ensemble by the wonderful Anthony here from Heimie's. So I'm
Yeah.
going to be looking
I
my
like that.
finest at Fashionopolis, and it is just really a show. We used to have, Glamorama
Right.
downtown that was put on by Dayton's and then Marshall Fields, and of course when that went away, the question was, can anything ever replace it? That was a pretty big event because they always had stars come in. But Fashionopolis is a big deal, and everybody dresses to impress, and it happens down, of course, at the beautiful, beautiful Four Seasons Hotel downtown.
Right. Awesome.
So tickets are still
Runaway
available. I
show.
checked before I came in here. I think the red carpet starts at like 5:30, so yes, I will be down there dressed by the wonderful Heimies.
Fashion meets food, cocktails, and music. Don't miss it, folks. And it's the Halloweening time.
Yes, it's
Right.
Ghost and Graves, and this I wanted to put in because we have some good friends over there at the Wabasha Street Caves, and so this is happening, and this is October 7th from 6 until 8 o'clock. Tickets are $40. They do tour of the caves, and it's just kind of a spooky event. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, and that's Wabasha Caves, and there's ghost stories, and let's see,
there's-
aboard a comfortable motor coach.
Yeah.
And ride around to most haunted places in the area.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
we'll be sharing throughout the weeks a lot of Halloween things, a lot of fall things, some apple orchards, and I was thinking if anybody has anything they want me to add to the list, certainly reach out to us and we'll add that to the list as well.
Awesomissimo. Thanks for joining us, Todd, again, and giving us all the lowdowns this next couple weeks, and we'll see you next week.
Next week.
All right.
All right.
Take care.
Hello, I'm Amye the Hypnotist, and in this special edition of the Haberdasher's Couch, I am in historic Edwards Place in Springfield, Illinois, and this is Tea Talk. Today we're going to talk about love, romance, and the history of this amazing piece of furniture right behind me. The portrait behind me is Elizabeth Todd Edwards and her husband. When Mary Todd came into town, she stayed at their house, and this was the very sofa that was in their parlor. Now, Mary was very popular with the gentlemen. She had all kinds of suitors, including Stephen Douglas and other famous people, but she had a soft spot for Abraham Lincoln, and this is the actual sofa. This is not a reproduction, and you can see it here in Edwards Place in Springfield, Illinois. Now, she also got married in that same parlor, and the piano that is also here also appeared to be the piano that they played at their wedding. So, Haberdasher's couch, meet the courting couch. And that, my friends, is Tea Talk.